My friends are here. That's you. I'm so glad you decided to come and visit Miss PattyCake today here at my house. It is story time. Are you ready for a story? Well, I have a great one today, and I'm so excited to share with you Clever Cub and the Easter Surprise, written by Bob Hartman. Are you ready? So am I. Let's do it. Okay. Papa Bear said, "Shut your eyes tight." Can you do that? Shut your eyes tight. Ooh. Clever Cub was so excited. He loved surprises. What could it be, he wondered. But when Papa Bear told him to open his eyes, the surprise was better than anything he imagined. Oh, you can look on the page and see what he imagined. He imagined flowers and honey and berries and a fruit. What fruit is that? It's a pear. That rhymes with bear. Exactly. So what do you think the surprise was? Let's turn the page. Blackberries, Clever Cub shouted. My favorite! Papa and Mama had led him to bunches and bunches of blackberry bushes. Clever Cub jammed his face into the soft, squishy berries, and he gobbled them up. Mama Bear chuckled at Clever Cub's face. "That's quite a purpley ring around your mouth," she said. "And quite a purpley feeling in my tummy," the cub replied. Clever Cub licked his mouth and he thought hard. And he asked, "What was the best surprise you ever had, Papa?" Can you look at this picture? I see. There's Fred the bunny. He's down there with a blackberry. And there's Clever Cub with a purpley mouth. Oh my goodness. What do you think is the best surprise? Let's turn the page. "I'll have to think about that," Papa replied. "But I can tell you about the best surprise ever." "I can't wait," Clever Cub said as he kept eating berries. "The story has a sad start," Papa Bear began. "It was very early one morning, long, long ago, just before dawn. Two women walked toward a tomb." Do you see the two women walking toward the cave? That's a grave. That's another word for a tomb. "What's a tomb?" asked Clever Cub. "Well, it's a place where people are sometimes put after they die. A long time ago, it was kind of like a small cave or a room. And a big, big stone was used to block the opening. Their friend had died, and the women were going to put good-smelling spices and oils on his body. It's what people did then to care for friends who died." Clever Cub looked sad. "Oh, that is sad. Your friend must have been very special." "He was special," Papa Bear said. "He was Jesus, God's very own son. Jesus had come to earth to save people. And it's sad and hard, but Jesus died on a cross so that everyone could one day live with God." Clever Cub scratched his nose. It's what he did when he was thinking. "So Jesus gave up his whole life to save everyone in the whole world?" "That's right, my Clever Cub," Mama Bear said. But on that third day, early in the morning, when the women were on their way, suddenly the earth quaked. "Oh, wow!" Clever Cub shouted. "What a surprise!" Papa Bear nodded. But there were bigger surprises to come. "Bigger than an earthquake?" Clever Cub asked. "Much bigger," Papa Bear said. "Ooh, can you see the picture? Look at the stone quaking, and the ladies are there, and the soldiers are there. The earth is shaking." What happened next? Just as the earthquake struck, an angel came down from heaven. he rolled away the big stone in front of the tomb and sat on it. The angel was bright as lightning, and his clothes were white as snow. Oh my goodness, have you seen snow that's very white? And when the guards at the tomb saw the angel, they just fainted, boom, and fell to the ground. Oh my goodness, can you see the picture of the guards? They're right on the ground. And there are the ladies looking at the angel. Wow, Clever Cub shouted again. That is a bigger surprise. The best surprise ever. Not quite, Papa Bear smiled. Wait, you mean there's more? Clever Cub asked. Oh, yes. The angel told the women, don't be scared. I know that you have come here to see Jesus, but he is not here, for he has risen from the dead. What? Clever Cub said, and then he jumped up and shouted louder than ever. He said, wow! Can you say that? Can you say, wow? And he jumped up and down with his friend Fred, and there is the angel talking to the women, and they're so happy. Jesus has risen from the dead. Papa Bear continued, the angel told the women to go into the tomb and see for themselves. And sure enough, it was empty. Then the angel said, tell this amazing news to Jesus' friends, the disciples. So off they ran, shaking with great joy. And with their good news, Jesus has risen. And guess what happened next? What? Clever Cub said, a bigger earthquake? More angels? I don't know. Let's turn the page and find out. No, Papa Bear chuckled. Better than that. They ran straight into, guess who? Jesus. That's right. If I shout wow any louder, I won't have any voice left, Clever Cub said. Clever Cub scratched his nose again as he thought, so Jesus was right there with the women, just like you are here with me? Just like that, Mama Bear nodded. And what did he say? Asked Clever Cub. Can you see Jesus and the two women? That's right, there he is, right there with them. What did he say? He said, hello, Papa Bear said with a grin. Simple as that. Hello. And the women fell at his feet and they worshiped him. Then Jesus told them to tell his disciples to meet him in Galilee. And off he went. And Jesus met them, said Clever Cub. Yes, and a lot more, Papa Bear said. In fact, Jesus met with over 500 people after he rose from the dead, just to make sure they knew he was really alive. That reminds me of a song I have that says, 5, 5, give me 5, Jesus is alive. Jesus is alive. Well, that's the best surprise ever, Clever Cub shouted. Yes, indeed. And Papa Bear smiled. Do you see Jesus on the page? And all the people see that Jesus is alive, and they are worshiping him. The end. And that was Clever Cub and the Easter Surprise, written by Bob Hartman, published by David C. Cook. You can find your own copy at davidcook.org. Remember, subscribe, like, and click the bell.